Welcome to Colony TV, the governmental educational channel for the town of Colony.
Once again, it's really wonderful to be here with all of you today. And I've had a chance to mingle a little bit this morning, saw a lot of familiar faces, which is wonderful. And I want to personally take this opportunity to thank you all for your support and encouragement over the past 6 years. It's truly an honor to have been reelected as supervisor for my 4th term. And when I hear Laura and Rich talking about 7 years, this going into my 7th year, it's unbelievable how fast time goes. I think about my 27 years teaching and add the 7th, this is my 7th year, so I just want my husband to recognize I've been working for a long time. So, yeah. And he's having fun watching me work. So, anyway. But I assure you that I will continue to work very hard to keep moving Colony in the right direction. And although Mark Egan could not be here with us today, I'd like to give Mark a special thanks to both Mark and his staff for organizing this very special event, as well as all the others throughout the year. We have a lot of events that go on that the Albany-Colonie Chamber sponsors, and we have the enjoyment of cutting ribbons and shoveling dirt and all of the good things that happen in town. And I also want to give just a shout out, thank you to Tom Nolte from the Colony Chamber. We also have shared a lot of those ribbon cuttings, and sometimes all of us are there together, so we have a big crowd, and that makes it even more fun. So things are booming, and thank you to the chambers for doing such a wonderful job and keeping me informed, and at every event that I can be there, I'll be there. So it's really a pleasure to work with Mark and his staff, and I also want to thank Chairman John Bennett. I don't think is John here today? No? Okay. From the Albany-Colonie Chamber for extending the invitation again. I want to thank CBRE Albany and Rich, thank you for being here, and HMS Agency for sponsoring this occasion. Thank you, Steve. Without the sponsors, I'm sure this would be very difficult, so we really appreciate your help. And this breakfast has become a very special event for me because it provides me with a unique opportunity to update you and kind of give you a picture of what's going on in town, what went on the past year, what we're going to be doing in 2014, and talk about the town's progress and its challenges. Also, this is a job that you cannot do by yourself. You know, when I was teaching, it was always a collaborative effort. You get so much more done when you utilize a collaborative effort because you're sharing expertise from so many different people that really bring a lot to the table, and working together as a team really makes things work well. So I would also like to give our town board a special thank you and warm welcome. They have worked with me over the past 6 years, and we have achieved really, really great progress. And so if we could give them one more round of applause, if they could stand one more time, I'd appreciate that. You guys stand up, town board. There you go. Now, last year, we talked about the stars being aligned for 2013, that it was going to be a really great year for the town, and it truly was. I'm predicting 2014 will be even better. That's partly because we've achieved a financial stability almost unthinkable 6 years ago. We've eliminated a deficit that recently the New York State Comptroller has identified as $29 million, and we've built up a $1.45 million fund balance, and we've successfully improved our bond rating. As a matter of fact, we are already saving money through lower interest rates as a result of the bond rating. But there are many other important factors fueling our success. Now that our financial affairs are in order, we have been able to begin moving more aggressively to rebuild the town's infrastructure and enhance our recreational facilities. We have a beautiful town, and we want to make sure it stays that way for generations to come. For example, last year we made major improvements to the Russell Road stormwater management system in order to address flooding issues that have occurred in West Albany for many years. I'm very happy to report that as a result, we have already seen substantial improvement. We also finished the 4th year of our paving and drainage improvement program. So far, we've completed projects on 152 roads and made more than 200 storm sewer repairs. And with a Safe Route to Schools grant, we upgraded the school crossings at both Sand Creek Middle School and Colony Central High School, making them ADA compliant and much safer for pedestrians. This year, we will undertake a major renovation of Sand Creek Road from Norbrick Drive east to Everett Road. We will make infrastructure improvements to both the water and sewer systems, totally rebuild the road, and install new curbing and porous concrete sidewalks. These improvements will help manage storm water issues there, as well as upgrading the condition and look of the roadway. We're also continuing to invest in the Latham Water Treatment Plant to ensure we can continue to provide an adequate supply of safe, clean drinking water. And again, that's being proactive to make sure that these systems are well in place, not just for now, because we're responsible for the future as well, and we're responsible for the future generations and the livelihood of the town as we move forward. So all of these improvements are really a proactive approach, and we're looking to make sure that we do things the right way. This spring, we will also begin a multi-year program to refurbish our water tanks. We're going to begin with the tank on Miller Road. We also continue to invest in our wastewater treatment system to ensure the safe disposal of wastewater. The projects include upgrades to our Mohawk View treatment plant, as well as upgrades to our sanitary sewer pump stations. Of significance is a 3-year, $5 million project that will provide for the complete overhaul of our largest sanitary pump station at Leishakill. And although these types of projects are they're not fluffy, they're not feel-good projects, they are projects that are definitely necessary. If you listen to leaders from other municipalities throughout the entire state, throughout the country, you see that infrastructure is a major, major issue. We see it now. We see it with all the bridges that are being done by DOT, and it's just something that is not good to just say, you know, the next person will do it, or we'll do it in another time. You really have to plan it out and be proactive. And I really have to give a lot of credit to our Department of Public Works, our staff there. They're very, very knowledgeable and really have given all of this a tremendous amount of thought and planning. So I give them a lot of credit for that. As we know, recreation plays a huge part in our quality of life. In 2013, I'm very proud that working with others, we were able to complete several projects that enhance recreational opportunities here in Colony. First, we opened the Riverside Landing Park. It's a new 12.3 passive park on town land on River Road at the old Latham Water Treatment Plant site. For those of you that live in the north end of town, when you go down River Road, for years you saw a building that was falling apart, and we have been able to renovate that whole area. This new park offers another connection to the Mohawk Hudson bike hike path, And this is something that's also included in our comprehensive plan. We've made several new connections to the bike path, and this is one of our newest. And so if you get a chance, take a ride down River Road and just kind of relax and just enjoy the open space. I'm grateful that we were able to develop this beautiful new park at a very minimum cost to our taxpayers, thanks to the support from the Colony IDA and other sources in the community. Private support and volunteer efforts also helped make possible Colony's first dog park at the Colony Town Park on Schermerhorn Road and an outdoor reading garden at the town library. Also, 2 new bathrooms were constructed at the Colony Town Golf Course. Again, we were able to realize all of these projects without the need for additional taxpayer dollars. Finally, with support from the Colony IDA, we were able to install ADA-compliant lifts and stairways at the Colony Town Pool, greatly enhancing access for those with special needs. This year again, with a mix of public and private support, I'm excited that we will be making some much-needed improvements to the town park on Schermerhorn Road. We plan to improve the pool area, resurface the tennis courts, and install a new playground near the pavilions. I'm also excited to report, I just learned from our Director of Parks and Recreation that we just this week received word that we have received a $10,000 grant from the Hudson Mohawk Roadrunners Club to pave the roadway leading back to Pavilion 1, which is down at the town park. As you go down the where the pavilions are, and then you go up the hill, there's the main pavilion. So we're going to have some work done there and get that back in shape. Paving that roadway is something we've wanted to be able to do for a long time, and this grant will make it possible. So you can see our Recreation Department is working very hard as well on making these things a reality. So thank you to everyone in the Recreation Department, and I appreciate all the hard work. This spring, we are also looking forward to opening our second dog park, this one on town-owned land adjacent to the town golf course, which is on the south side of town. I can't tell you how many residents have requested that we open dog parks, and we have had a very positive response to the first one. I am really very proud that we were able to create both dog parks at no additional cost to taxpayers. And I thank CHA for providing the engineering plan and County Waste for donating the fencing for both parks. It's easy to see that Colony is booming. I think we all know this growth is fueled by the fact Colony really is a great place to live and do business. And why wouldn't it be? We're a truly beautiful community with many wonderful recreational facilities and opportunities. We have outstanding schools. We are one of the safest communities in the nation, and our EMS department continually earns top marks for the excellence of its emergency cardiac care, among others. Plus, and believe me, this is no small accomplishment, our town property tax rate is one of the lowest in the region. A very important population in our town, seniors, make up a very active and involved part of our community. And in that, we are very fortunate. But it's important that we provide the services seniors need to continue to live independently. And that's why I am firmly committed to continuing the town's support for important senior programs, including the Senior Transportation Program, the Umbrella Program, our 7 senior clubs throughout the town, and our town's own Senior Resources Department, which does such an excellent job of supporting our seniors. In addition, we continue to seek new housing options for our residents. Colony is also a great place to be young. And young is kind of a relative term, but everybody here is young, so don't worry about that. We have excellent schools, a wealth of athletic organizations and facilities, and tremendous opportunities for extracurricular activities. The town supports several programs to provide stimulating activities for youth of all ages, and again, I remain deeply committed to continuing that support. At a time when many municipalities are cutting such programs because they have no other choice, I'm proud to say we are still funding them. Colony's desirability has meant a great deal of exciting new residential and commercial growth. In 2013, another 100 new homes were added to our tax rolls. In fact, the New York State Tax and Finance Office of Real Property Tax Services recently reported that Colony was the only town in Albany County experiencing a positive growth in a residential market value, a 3% increase. And that was great news for us to hear. 2013 was also a great year for commercial development. Several major projects came onto the tax rolls, either as new construction or expanded or redeveloped properties. Among these are Cornerstone Apartments off Sand Creek Road, Funerals Director Support Services on Sand Creek Road, Restaurant Depot and redeveloped property on Warehouse Road, Comfort Inn on Wolf Road, Time Warner on New Carner Road, Goldstein Buick Subaru on Central Avenue, and Saints Plaza on Route 9, to name only a few. In all, 2013 saw a $36 million increase in the town's total taxable value of property. That's huge. When added to the total taxable value of property increases we experienced in 2011 and 12, the town's total taxable value of property has increased by almost $90 million. Again, that's huge, you know. That's $90 million of new investment right here in the town of Colony, and most of you in this room have been a part of that. So we thank you. We thank you for choosing Colony. And that certainly is a number, as I've said, that we can all be excited about. Now, I'd love to be able to say that we would be able to realize that amount, because we don't get 36 million or 90 million. Some people think that. However, it is a positive. So let me explain to you what that means for the town of Colony. Due to the tax cap levy formula, what a $36 million increase in the town's total taxable value of property did was to decrease the tax rate slightly for everyone. It gets spread across the board. Without the $36 million increase in taxable value, the property tax rate would have been $3.30 per thousand. With a $36 million increase in taxable value, however, the property tax rate is approximately $3.27 per thousand. So it saves the average homeowner in the town of Colony approximately $2.80 per year. So the effect of these increases in the taxable value of property is to allow us to keep the tax rate as low as we possibly can. So it's cumulative. As we increase the taxable value, that goes across all of the homes and businesses in town, because we have one tax rate for both. Each year as that happens, that's added money that we don't have to put on top of what we need to do. So although the numbers seem so very different, it's very, very important, because it means we're going in the right direction. Now, if our property tax rate was a lot higher, if it was more than $3.27 per thousand, obviously you get more to take in. But that means that you pay more. So we're pretty happy that it's where it is, and we like to be able to continue to grow so we can really focus on managing our tax rates. So needless to say, this alone greatly helps keep our tax rate low, and we're on track for continued strong growth for years to come. In 2013, our Planning and Economic Department approved 15 new major projects and 30 new minor projects, as well as 269 residential lots in 17 subdivisions. That's a huge amount of activity. Last year, I discussed new projects throughout the town, and it's been exciting to watch them come to fruition. Many are redevelopment projects that are breathing new life into underutilized or vacant properties. Such redevelopment has been a priority of my administration since day one, because redevelopment is the best way to achieve smart and sustainable growth. Our efforts have truly paid off, and we've received many positive comments on how these new projects enhance our community. As we all remember, Route 9 was the site of a great deal of activity. Several new projects have been completed and are open for business, including the Saints Plaza, Capitol Bank, Rumors Hair Salon, and Tala Restaurant. At the Village of New Loudon, construction is proceeding on the new Marini Builders headquarters and Bellini's restaurant site. At 860 Loudon Road, work is proceeding at the Leah retail site, and Maybe Self-Storage has received final approvals for new construction at the corner of Loudon Road and Sparrowbush Road. Also in 2014, we expect completion of the project to construct sidewalks from Siena College all the way through to the Village of New Loudon. This project is being made possible through a combination of public and private funding, including funds secured by former Colony Assemblyman Bob Riley and from the Colony IDA. New sidewalks are already in place along Route 9 on the Siena campus, and we expect the rest to be finished this year. Two other major redevelopments have proceeded more slowly, but I assure you they are proceeding. The shops at Latham Circle have advanced to final project approvals in advance of new construction, and as you may know, discussions are underway with a major tenant for the Starlight site. It will be truly gratifying when these sites are fully functional again. On Wolf Road, construction has started on the Staybridge Suites Hotel on land adjacent to Macy's, and developers have received final approval for a Hilton Homes 2 hotel. At the former Lazari Lincoln site, redevelopment plans include a new Holiday Inn Express and 2 restaurants, Longhorn Steakhouse and Brick House Tavern. And the area's first Bonefish Grill opened in the former Borders Books property, which has been vacant for several years, and a Texas Roadhouse in a new building at the former Clay's Fish Fry location. On Old Niskayuna Road, the new Marini Builders warehouse and showroom has been completed. We're also very proud that Capcom made the decision to build its new headquarters at 4 Winter Circle. Capcom's decision to locate there and its construction of a new roundabout connecting to Marcus Boulevard advances another one of the town's long-term goals by providing another link to the extension of Aviation Drive from Albany Shaker Road all the way to Sand Creek Road. Colony also saw movement on 2 commercial sites in areas where the town has actively been seeking redevelopment and new investment. First, with funding from the Colony IDA to extend a water line, Restaurant Depot opened at 22 Warehouse Road, bringing with it 35 new jobs. Second, we were very pleased to see forward movement at the former Adirondack Steel site. A developer is now cleaning debris from the site and working with DEC to explore possibilities for the future. In addition, the town was awarded a $266,000 Brownfield Opportunity Grant from the Department of State to study the redevelopment potential of some 350 acres in the Lincoln Avenue corridor. So you can see that this development is in every part of the town, and that's what makes it even more exciting. And finally, Colony was very fortunate to be chosen as a location for a new consolidated manufacturing facility for Duravent, a gas ventilation company. That Duravent brought 78 manufacturing jobs to a vacant warehouse at 10 Jupiter Lane, with plans to create 100 more jobs, is tremendous news for the entire region. Many agencies played a role in keeping Duravent in the capital region, and we owe a debt of gratitude to the New York's Empire State Development Corporation, the Albany County IDA, and the Capital Region Economic Development Council for helping make it possible. And speaking of jobs, we now estimate that well more than 3,100, that's 3,100 new jobs have been created in Colony over the past 3 years. And, that's what it's all about. We need the jobs, we need the development, but we need the jobs. And in 3 years to have 3,100 new jobs in our community is just absolutely wonderful. And there are so many people that have worked on all of these projects, and So I want to thank all of them, and let's give them, they know who they are, let's give them a round of applause for all the hard work. I don't think there are many places that you can go to across New York State where a community can say in 3 years they brought 3,100 jobs. That's outstanding. So we're very proud of that. These include those created by new businesses, by expansions of existing businesses and construction jobs, and we are actively working to bring more high-tech and skilled jobs to the town. The Colony IDA has recently created several new programs designed to provide incentives to high-tech and R&D businesses looking to locate in Colony, and we will continue our efforts to capitalize on all the things that make Colony desirable: our location, our desirability as a community, and an educated and stable population to attract such jobs to Colony. And that is the magic formula, and that is, location is critical. The community as a whole, everybody working together, making it such a desirable place. And you need to have an educated, stable population, and we have all of those ingredients. And that's why people are coming to the town of Colony. I think you can see that we have made significant progress on every front, but there are still financial challenges ahead. We will continue to see increased costs for liability and health insurance. Our mandated contributions to the New York State retirement system are still very steep, and we must deal with cost increases in many other areas such as fuel and energy, over which we have no direct control. In spite of these inflationary pressures, we've kept our 2014 budget growth to a 1.54%, an increase directly attributable to the cost of labor contracts, health care, and mandated retirement payments. And speaking of our labor contracts, in 2013, we successfully reached 5-year contract agreements with 3 of the 7 bargaining units, and we made progress just in the last few weeks of 2014. And reaching these agreements is a very big accomplishment for us because 5-year contracts significantly reduce the time and expense of contract negotiations, and it greatly enhances our ability to plan realistically for the future. One of the things I am proudest about is that we were able to achieve a $8.45 million fund balance in just 2 years. The next part of our plan, which was to begin to build our reserves, which were 0. And some of these reserves are restricted to particular departments, and that's because they did so well over the last few years with keeping to their budgets and having money left in their budgets, as well as a combination of unrestricted and some cash funds. So we're going to keep working on that. And going forward, as I said, we'll continue to follow our 10-year strategic financial plan and work to increase our fund balance to the $4 million recommended by the New York State Comptroller. We agree with that number, and we will work to get to that number. It's going to take time. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm confident we'll accomplish that goal. I would also like to emphasize that ever since I assumed office in 2008, we've worked hard to reduce the cost of government. To date, we've eliminated 70 full-time positions through consolidation, attrition, and retirements. We've also reduced the number of part-time and seasonal employees. We've done all of this, and we've kept people working. We've moved people into different positions. We've consolidated. We've done cross-training. We've done everything we can do, and so far we've been successful to keep people working, but yet reduce our costs. And so we have made a huge savings for the town in that respect, and we have adhered to the Governor Cuomo's tax levy cap every year since it was implemented. That's 2012, 2013, and again in 2014. All of this would not have been possible without the hard work and cooperation of our dedicated town employees. Everyone has worked with us to find new ways to do more with less, to share resources, and to work more cooperatively across departments to accomplish the work at hand. I am really very proud of all that we've achieved, by working together. Many of our department heads and employees are here today, and I would like them to take a minute ask them to take a minute to stand so that we can recognize them. All our town employees and department heads, can you stand, please? Thank you. As I said, this is a job that you can't do by yourself. It's a team effort, and it doesn't work any other way. So as I said earlier, we have reached a level of financial stability almost unthinkable only 6 short years ago, and it is from this improved financial position that we look forward to 2014. Nevertheless, we will need to continue to follow the fiscally conservative approach that has served us well over the past 6 years in order to meet the inevitable inflationary challenges and continue building our reserve funds. That means you guys, you still have to let us know when you're ordering pencils and things like that, so don't get carried away. This is a really tall order, but I'm very confident that we are equal to the task. I want to thank you all for being here this morning and for being such an important part of our community. I look forward to working with all of you in 2014, and I wish you all a year filled with good health, happiness, and lots of success. Thanks for being here.